That's my pitch. Thank you for your question. Yes, sir.
Hi, Senator. Simon Levy in New York Times. Democrats have begun attacking Jill Stein, the third-party Green Party candidate, because she sought help from Republicans in her campaign efforts. I'm just curious what you make of her candidacy. Do you think she's playing spoiler? Do you hope she siphons support from Harris?
Well, look, the Jill Stein thing is interesting because the Democrats will attack Jill Stein while at the same time attacking, or they're trying to keep Bobby Kennedy on the ballot, even though Bobby Kennedy's already endorsed Donald J. Trump. So I think the Democrats, if they're worried about spoilers, they ought to look in the mirror because Bobby Kennedy had a hell of a lot more support than Jill Stein ever did, and they're trying to prevent him from getting off the ballot. Look, I honestly, I don't know much about Jill Stein. I obviously don't think she's going to get a whole lot of votes, but my attitude is the best person to vote for is Donald J. Trump, and the second best person to vote for is anybody not named Kamala Harris. So I don't really care what people do after that. All right. So let me leave you with just a couple of final thoughts. Number one, I want you to go home and, again, whether it's text message, social media, whatever you use or use all of it, get out there and talk about why you're voting for Donald Trump and why you want your neighbors to do the same. That's request number one, okay? Request number two, especially with some of our elderly folks, people who are finding it harder to get the polls, don't just encourage them to go out there and vote. Make a plan to help them vote. You know, I've got family members who, trust me, none of us want on the road, my friends. And we've got other family members who are helping to make sure they've got a plan to drive them to the polls on or before Election Day. I hope you all do that because we got to win this race and we got to count on everybody's vote in order to do that. But the third thing I want to do is I'm going to embarrass, speaking of family members, I've got my big cousin and her family. She's more like my big sister. We've got Rachel Vance in the room. Rachel, where are you? Well, okay, she was sitting right here. Apparently they pulled her backstage because we're getting ready to wrap up. But Rachel, I love you. Thank you for being here, and thanks for spending some time in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Now, Rachel's from Texas, so she doesn't necessarily believe that Wisconsin weather is always this nice in late October. But I'm telling you, every time I come to town, the weather is perfect. So just make me vice president. I'll come back all the time, and we can always have beautiful weather in the state of Wisconsin. My final thought, my friends, is this. We have a country to save. And when we say that, it's not just about beating the Democrats as much as it's going to be fun to beat Kamala Harris in just a couple of weeks. It's about giving the American people the kind of government that is going to deliver better prosperity, that's going to make groceries more affordable, that's going to secure that southern border. We've got 16 days to give the American people a government that is fit to lead this great nation. Let's go get it done. God bless you. Thank you, Wisconsin. We'll see you soon.